Okay, hopefully there's not too much background noise here, but we're gonna kind of start showing what I've been working on for a new sheepshead jig. So these are gonna be specifically designed for heavy current and fishing for suspended fish. These are not gonna be for bottom fishing. They're definitely only for fish that are off the bottom, which is most of the fish that we run into up here in Virginia Beach. They're set up to handle the big fish out there. Shouldn't have any issues with bent hooks or anything like that. We're using the best components that we can buy, and these are going to be manufactured, painted, put together, sold, and shipped by Jawright in Florida. So this is just a design that I came up with, and he's taken over production of them. So check them out. Alright, so here they are. Now these have been pretty heavily used. I've been testing them for a little while. Got a 1 ounce and a 2 ounce option right here. I think we're gonna do an 1.5 ounces also. But here's some of the key features and the differences of these. I know everybody loves their bottom sweepers, and if that's what you love and that's what works for you, absolutely keep on using them. So like I said, these are meant to be targeting the suspended fish, and the biggest difference here is when you get up into the heavier sizes, you know, it's a very streamlined shape compared to a bottom sweeper. And the problem I have with bottom sweepers is you're giving that fish a lot to chew on. You know, so they're munching on the lead and not necessarily getting the hook. And that's a problem I've had a lot with bottom sweepers. You go to set the hook, you feel the fish, and the fish is instantly gone because the hook was never actually in their mouth. Again, that's my preference. That's what I came up with these for. You know, to kind of alleviate that. So you get the benefit of a free hanging hook. Get a little more natural movement. Kind of looks like the crab's floating in front of the piling a little bit better. Replaceable hook. These are 45-pound owner hyperwire split rings. As far as the hooks, they are Gamakatsu octopus hooks, offset point, straight eye, and these are the ones I have the best hookup ratio with this setup. Definitely the straight eye makes a big difference. As far as the hook size, going to be available from a number 1 up to a 3.0, but honestly almost any size hook could be put on here as long as it, you know, fits the wire. Use the 1 ounce version, exact same setup. You know, that works really good for inshore or lighter current days. And then another thing that I really like about the shape is there's no resistance. Like when you go to set the hook or just reel it up, I mean, this thing moves through the water, you know, super quick. You're not getting the drag of having a weight that's almost the size of a golf ball if you're using something heavy. So again, like, I think these just maximize the potential to catch a fish. You know, I used dropper loops for a long time, and I've caught a lot of great fish with dropper loops, but you're giving up that direct connection to the hook. Like you don't feel that fish bite as much because the hook's kind of not really connected to your main line. And like I said, you're kind of getting the benefits of a bottom sweeper there with none of the drawbacks. And like I said, I want to make it clear, I'm not knocking bottom sweepers. If that's what you love to use, you know, keep on using them. Whatever works for you. This is just another option that's going to come to the market. And these, like I said, these will become available pretty soon. They're going to be manufactured down in Florida. They're going to have a ton of different color options, ton of hook options, and everything's just going to be high quality parts. Like, we're not going to cheap out on junk hooks that are going to bend out. I mean, these have been catching 14-pound sheepshead up here, and we want them to continue catching sheepshead that big. You know, I don't want to see bent hooks and torn open split rings just to save a couple pennies. One other change that might be made, I'm not sure yet, is there may be a swivel built in up here, you know, just to alleviate some of the spin. Like, sometimes a crab, depending on the shape of the crab and how it's hooked, it'll cause it to spin while you're reeling it up and twist up your line. Not sure on that yet. So yeah, thanks for checking this out, and should be available pretty soon. Have a good one.